We're gonna do some spying today. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering the question for you of, do they miss me or do they miss you? So whatever specific person you have in mind, we're gonna see if they're missing you currently at the moment, and then we're gonna probably answer some other questions about their energy right now. So think of a specific person and choose one of the piles that I am going to show you now. It's going to be 3 piles, so from left to right, 1, 2, and 3. And then after you've chosen your pile, just click on the timestamp that I wrote in the description, and we'll get started on your reading. Hi, pile 1. This is for those of you who picked the first pile, and we're going to answer the question of, does your person miss you? So what I'm getting for you guys is that you are dealing with someone who currently could possibly be angry with you or just be experiencing a period of anger right now in their life. This is someone who is very defensive at the moment and possibly kind of jealous, possessive towards you. I feel like at the current moment they are being a little sneaky, or maybe trying to find a way to come towards you in a way that is more sneaky, because I feel like they aren't very great at expressing their emotions in a soft way. I feel like the way that they express their emotions is more in a physical way, or they express it more as passion than actual emotions. So in the current state that they're in, I feel like this person could approach you and try to pick a fight with you, try to argue with you, or even just approach you very passionately, very quickly, or in kind of like a sneaky way, like a roundabout, sneakier way. But I do see that this person has their eye on you. They want to, I think if they did reach out to you, it would be in more of a sneaky way. But since we have the Mars energy, which is all about action, I feel like this person does want to take action and reach out to you or communicate with you in some way, because Mercury is communication. So currently I feel like this person is feeling a little bit impulsive, wants to take action towards you. But we also have the Emperor, and we had that, like, this is kind of the theme card for the reading. So I think if they're showing up as the Emperor, they might be feeling a little controlling of the situation, and that's probably why they haven't communicated with you in however long it's been for you guys, because they feel like they need to always have the upper hand. They want to be in control of the situation, and I think this person is pretty protective of their emotions, because they don't want them to get out of hand. Basically, it's like we're dealing with someone here who doesn't usually express their emotions. In order for someone to not express their emotions, they always have to constantly be in control of them, just to make sure that they don't, start crying in public or something. Like, someone like that has to always be in control of their emotions. And I think because they want to remain this Emperor figure, they want to make sure that when they do come into contact with you, that it's not going to make them emotional in any way, and they can kind of compose themselves. But I do feel, to answer the question of, do they miss you, I do feel like yes, they miss you, because we have the 5 of Water, which the 5 of Water is the 5 of Cups, which is the card of regrets, the card of emotional just overload. Basically, 5 of Water would be someone who is actually crying about this, very regretful, just feeling like distraught, almost feeling kind of like the victim in certain cases. So I don't think that's going to be for everyone, but I think some of the people that you're inquiring about probably feel like woe is me, why do these bad things always happen to me? But maybe they're not considering how they played a part in that, and maybe they did something to you that led you to walk away from them, or they could have even pushed you away, and now they're just like, oh my gosh, everyone leaves me, I can't believe that, like, why does my life suck? So they're kind of in a victim mentality at the moment, and because of that, I don't know exactly how long it's going to be if they actually decide to approach you. I feel like they're considering it, which is what we got with the Mars and the Mercury, but I'm not sure if they're actually going to, because the Emperor is very much an energy of they come to me, like I'm going to sit here on my throne, basically. I'm not quite sure if they're going to be approaching you soon, but we'll see. We do have the appreciation card, so I think because you're not with this person currently, you're in some kind of separation or no contact, no communication period, I think they're actually finally starting to appreciate you because of that. They kind of see you as a rose in like a bush of dead flowers, basically. They're like, oh, like you're the one now, because you're the only one that actually like stood up to me and said something to me or was honest with me. But I feel like they still are a little skeptical of you, though. Like, they see you as a beautiful rose and they see you as this very well put together person, but they are not quite sure if they can completely trust you, because they feel like maybe there's a side to you that you're hiding that is going to just bite them or hurt them in some way or be vengeful toward them. So I think that's what's keeping them away right now, is that they're not 100% sure if they can trust you. But I don't think that has anything to do with you. I think that's them not really trusting themselves, because I think they're kind of projecting onto you the way that they act, because I don't think this person has been very trustworthy toward you in the past. And I think, or not even just toward you, toward like a lot of other people. So I think what they are is what they're projecting onto other people. So they know that they're not very trustworthy, and so everyone around them, they kind of assume are that way as well. So I think this person, it's good that they're finally letting their emotions out in some capacity, because we have the 5 of Cups. So I think they just need to do a lot of energy clearing, emotional clearing, like just cry it out. This person just needs to have a good cry and do some healing, because it kind of seems like they're a little confused. Like, that's what I'm reading with this energy, is they're a little bit confused on what to do. But we also have wedding in reverse. So I feel like if this is a romantic situation, which I'm assuming it is for you guys, this person has not been committed or has been having trouble with commitment. And I think that's another big thing in this scenario, is that they appreciate you, but they don't feel like they can commit. And that probably goes back to their trust issues, because they don't feel like they can fully trust someone enough to commit to them, and possibly they can't even trust themselves to commit to someone. And then we have the dragon, strength and wisdom. So I think another thing that's currently happening with them is they're trying to gain more strength and wisdom, and they're kind of taking a little timeout period in order to do that, to gain more confidence in themselves and to be able to take a risk. Because I feel like this person is kind of afraid of taking risks. They strongly associate with the energy of the Emperor, and the Emperor kind of has his whole life like planned out, and he is very much always in control, and everything always has to be according to the plan. Whereas we have the Fool here, which is kind of like the opposite of that in a way. Like, the Fool just kind of goes with the flow, takes whatever risks possibly wants, almost just walks off this cliff, like doesn't really care, like doesn't give a F kind of attitude. And I think this person is trying to become more like that, more carefree and go with the flow and risk taking, and maybe that's why we had the Mars energy initially, because I feel like Mars has that kind of like impulsive attitude to it. So I think they're kind of becoming more of that energy of, okay, I'm gonna just do what I really feel like I want to do. I'm gonna take those risks toward what I want. And right now he's gaining that strength in order to do that. He or she, sorry. So then we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. With this card, I feel like this person is definitely working through a lot of their fears that they have, and could be subconscious fears, fears regarding relationships in general, fears from past relationships that might be coming up with you. They're kind of in that period of doing some shadow work right now, so they're kind of going through the things in the past that brought them a lot of emotions, and maybe they've repressed those emotions, and right now it's kind of all coming up with the Five of Cups. Like they're finally like finally having that cry and that release of energy, and now is the period after that, I think, where they're finally like, okay, so I let go of all of that, but I still have these fears, and they're trying to work through them so that they can work up the courage to approaching you. And this could possibly happen in the new moon in Scorpio, which would be, new moon in Scorpio is actually in Scorpio season, which is coming up, so look out for that. Anywhere from now until then, they could maybe communicate with you. We have the Lovers in reverse. I feel like you guys are like they feel this connection with you guys, and they know that it's like a fated connection, but they feel like there's a lot of baggage in between you guys. Like there's a lot of karma and a lot of conflict and things that you possibly have needed to work through to get to each other, so it almost felt impossible for a while for you guys to connect. But I do feel like they really want a transformation in the relationship with you, because we have the Death card, which for me is always rebirth. So they kind of see the sun rising on the relationship, and they see that the old version of you guys' relationship is now done, but they have hope for the future and what this could possibly be in the future, as long as you guys can communicate effectively and efficiently and be completely authentic in your communication and be 100% yourselves. They can see this really transforming into something beautiful with you, and they definitely see potential with you. They see a lot of possibilities with you in the future. And let's see what they would say if they communicated. All right, so if they communicated, oh, okay, that's perfect. So if they communicated with you, they would say that they are ready for commitment and they want to be committed with you. And wow, that's pretty awesome. We have the Hierophant card, which is about commitment. They also kind of look up to you in some way spiritually, or they admire how you are connected. Like you could be someone that works spiritually or gives really good advice, and they might communicate that with you also, that they really enjoy the advice that you give them and they really appreciate you for that as well. And then we have the Judgment card. So communication and like big revelations are coming soon with this person, and I would say expect that around new moon in Scorpio if you're watching this when I upload it. If not, then I would give it like a couple of months, probably like 1 to 2 months. I hope you enjoyed that pile 1, and I hope I see you in a future video. Thanks. Hi pile 2, this is for those of you who picked the second pile for the reading of Do They Miss Me? So think of your specific person as I read the cards for you. The cards are telling me, I'm getting like a really beautiful vibe from this pile. I feel like your person in the past might have been a little cold towards you, a little secretive, icy, kind of intense, untrusting of you, not as communicative, maybe a little judgmental too. But what I'm seeing is right now they're kind of coming out of that energy. Like they want to be more open with you and they want to be warmer with you. And they kind of see this connection with you as being fated. Like they see it as a part of their destiny in this lifetime to connect with you, and they're really looking at you intently from afar, but they're taking some time to communicate that to you, or maybe they aren't going to exactly communicate that to you, but they definitely are watching you from afar. So that's something to maybe note. Like, they could be watching you through social media, or if they see you day to day, they might be sneaking a peek at you, but I think they are very focused and intent on you. And I think if they do have other options, like they could possibly have other options of people who want their attention, their main focus is on you, and their only focus is really on you. For the answer of does this person miss you, I'm seeing they definitely are missing you. We have 4 of Wands and 2 of Cups, which in this deck is 4 of Fire and 2 of Water. But with these 2 cards, these are very, like, some of the most positive relationship cards you could possibly get, because 4 of Fire is all about commitment and long-term partnership and passion. Basically, like, marriage is also kind of like a marriage card, and then 2 of Cups is all about that ultimate true love, that reciprocal romantic energy. They want to give you as much love as you want to give them, and it's basically reciprocated how you two feel about each other. So it's really great energy. What I'm seeing is I definitely feel like this person has a lot of love for you, and dare I say it, they might be in love with you possibly. So that's really sweet energy. We're also getting first chakra, Archangel Michael. So I feel like you guys have kind of a blessed connection. I think you have the protection of Archangel Michael around your relationship, meaning that this is probably a fated connection. I feel like you two, this could be like a soulmate of yours. This connection is basically being pushed by the divine. Like, I feel like you're kind of being pulled together in some way for your destiny, because you kind of fit together. Like, I'm seeing kind of like the yin and yang symbol, like you two kind of go together perfectly. And it doesn't necessarily mean you guys are anything alike. You could be complete opposites, but you really just fit together in a way that is perfect, and you're being protected by and guided by these angels to come together. Because we do have the first chakra that we're looking at with this card, what I'm seeing is that possibly finances and stability might need to be balanced, either with you or with your person, before you guys can really come together. So if anything, that should be something that both of you are focusing on at the moment, which I feel like you possibly could be. But once that is in balance, once you guys kind of feel stable enough on your own, that's when you two can finally come together. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yes, so with the Archangel Michael card, even though it is the first chakra, I feel like what's really sticking out to me is the sword, and the sword is, to me, a symbol of communication, or it's kind of a symbol of authenticity, like basically cutting through the bullshit, cutting through the BS and getting to the heart of the matter. And I feel like that's what you guys need to do, is finally like be completely honest with each other. And if you're not in communication right now, I wouldn't rush it. I'd say for now, definitely work on yourself and work on your finances and being completely 100% stable on your own. Do some root chakra healing exercises, listen to some root chakra healing music, sound bowls, things like that, whatever you can do to heal that in you, which is going to help. But I think when you guys do finally come back into conversation with each other, you need to be 100% authentically honest with this person, even if it feels weird, even if it makes you feel super vulnerable. You have to feel safe enough to be 100% completely honest with this person for this to really get going to where it needs to go. And just know that you are safe when you talk to this person. They feel the same way. Things are reciprocated. So as long as you truly believe that in your heart, you can allow yourself to finally be honest with this person. The moon, you will be guided through darkness. So like I said, I feel like this is a very divinely guided and protected relationship and connection. So I think you're probably nervous. Like, I'm feeling like you guys might be like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, what if they reject me? Like, things are on shaky ground. Like, I think you see this person as still being the Pluto figure, like the Ice King, kind of just like not caring. But that's really not how they are feeling about you currently. So I think the Moon is a card that's all about secrets. It's all about things that are unseen and illusions. And I think the way things appear right now to you are actually a grand illusion, and things are not really as they seem. So in order to see that, you kind of have to put your trust in the divine. Just like we use the moon at night to guide us through the darkness, you kind of need to put your trust in your intuition and your guidance that you are getting on the day-to-day, and really believe that this love is reciprocated and things are going to improve. And then we have the answers you need are coming. So like I said, use your intuition. Talk to maybe your friends. And when I say that, I mean friends that aren't necessarily biased about this connection. So if you've talked to friends about this person before and they don't necessarily have the best things to say, maybe don't talk to those friends about it, but someone you really trust to give you honest answers, or even if you see a therapist or, you know, whatever. Or I'd say journal about it, really talking to yourself about it, talking to your higher self, getting in touch with how you feel about it. That's when you can start to receive real messages from your intuition and from your higher self. But even outside of that, I feel like this person will give you the answers that you're seeking, because you're going to have these heart-to-heart conversations. So when you have the heart-to-heart conversations, make sure that you're giving this person a chance to speak and that you hear them out completely, and then you'll get those answers that you're hoping for. And then this will finally start to move along if that's something that you want with this person. So this card is full moon in Gemini, which is going to be during Sagittarius season, which is going to be around December, so the end of the year. So anywhere between now and the end of the year, you guys will be having these heart-to-heart conversations, which could start even before then, honestly. It could even start, I'm thinking, from the next full moon, well, like whatever time you're currently watching this, from the next full moon to the full moon in Gemini of this year. Or I don't know. I don't want to be too specific because I don't know when anyone's going to watch this. But yeah, you definitely can expect heart-to-heart conversations. And I feel like this definitely is a soulmate, because I'm getting a lot of imagery of twos, pairs. And I feel like it's a blessed union. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry if it was a short reading. Check out some of my other videos if you're curious, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi, pile 3. This is for those of you who picked the third pile. This is a reading of Does Your Specific Person Miss You? For you guys, pile 3, I definitely am getting a good vibe from you guys. What I'm seeing here is this person is feeling super, super passionate about you right now. Like, they are steaming. Like, I don't want to get into the gritty details, but they definitely are just so drawn to you and really, really just feeling it in their sacral chakra. But they see you in your power. They see you really owning your life and just being like that empress or emperor in your life, and just owning your beauty, your confidence, your work ethic, your creativity, like everything you have going on right now. Like, they're really just going crazy over it. Like, I just feel this energy of someone who's just so like longing for you, and like I'm getting a lot of sexual energy too. So I feel like they really are sexually desiring you right now. They see you as being very alluring and seductive and just gorgeous, overall, like gorgeous, beautiful. And I think they see that you have a lot of attention, not just from them, but from a lot of other people as well, which is making them a little jealous, but not in a unhealthy way, more of like a okay, I need to like do something about this before someone snatches them up. I think they really are like, okay, yep, I'm going now. Like, they want to definitely come towards you. And if you want to see the cards that I got, we have the Leo card and Pisces here. So with Pisces, I feel like this is how they're seeing you, as being just beautiful and unbothered, fully vulnerable, divine feminine energy, fully expressive of exactly who you are. You're not even really paying attention to them at all, just kind of like doing your own thing, really calming your own demons, creating and owning yourself. And I think that's really just in general very attractive to anyone. So you could be attracting a lot of different people. Like there could be 2 other people that you're possibly talking to or dealing with, and maybe they're viewing you in that way, or they see that you have someone else and they kind of are getting very like jealous about it and impatient. And maybe before they thought you were gonna be all about them and come towards them, but now the tables have kind of turned and they're like, oh, okay, well, fine, I guess I'm gonna have to approach them. But to answer the question of do they miss you, I'm getting a hell yes for this pile, because we have 6 of cups, 6 of water. This card is all about nostalgia, about returning to an old love or a childhood love, or just a resurgence of a past love, a reunion, a reconnection. And in this specific deck, the woman in this card is seeing like a flower and just like longing for it. And also you can see her reflection it's the image of her as a child. So she's just kind of longing for what used to be. So this could be an ex that you're inquiring about, or someone that you've had a history with in some way, even a situationship, or even like an old friend, like someone you've known for a really long time and maybe we're just friends with them. But I do see like a longing, and if you guys aren't in communication, then they're definitely missing you and thinking about you, and just like the memories that you guys have had together, or one specific memory that they really cherish when they think about you. And we also have the sun, which is kind of the base of how they view you. And so they're viewing you as this sun character. In this card specifically, she's like this goddess with like a bunch of flowers near her womb area. So I think they view you as being like a very nurturing but also like happy-go-lucky person. So you're like a good combination and balance of like a masculine and a feminine energy. So they view you as being like a divine mother, but also someone who is very abundant and who can make their own money and make their own happiness and joy, and they kind of flow with happiness and joy. So someone who not only creates life but creates abundance and joy within themselves and doesn't need anyone else to do that for them. So they view you as being very independent in that way. They feel very warm and happy in your presence, and that's also something that they miss about you. And if you are a feminine or a woman, I feel like they like a specific way that you would like turn your head and like look down. How weird is that? I don't know. Maybe you pose that way a lot, but they kind of miss looking at you, and they think that you're very attractive and beautiful. So we also have 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, which is all about the third eye and the intuition. So I think that they're trying to communicate with you through dreams, telepathically, if you guys are both spiritual and into that, or they could just be trying to manifest you, maybe even subconsciously, like they don't even realize it, but they're trying to kind of call you in because they want you to approach them. Because like I said, they kind of came through as this Leo energy, which I feel like is kind of reminding me of the Emperor card in tarot. someone who is kind of on their throne and wants to be approached versus like reaching out. So maybe they're hoping that you reach out to them. But we do have the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I do think that they want to be committed with you, and maybe they're being a little shy about that, or they're still a little in their head about that, because I feel like this person may not even feel like they're good enough anymore, because they see how you've grown and flourished and kind of bloomed into this beautiful flower, and they don't know if they're even up to par with your energy anymore. So they don't feel like they're ready yet at the moment. That's what I'm feeling. But okay, they see commitment with you. They possibly see even engagement with you in the future, but I'm not sure that they think that they're ready yet, which might not even be the case. I think they could be ready, but they're just scared. Like, they have this fear about them. So that's why they're like telepathically like, maybe I can tell this person to reach out to me like in my dreams or something, which is actually kind of funny, but also kind of cute. We have honor and good luck. So I feel like this is a blessed connection. I only see positive cards coming from your spread, so I feel like you can trust this person, and this relationship will bring a lot of good luck to both of you. And I feel like they view you as someone who is very abundant and lucky as well. So I think they see you as someone that will bring a lot of honor to them and good luck. We have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Okay, so full moon in Cancer is in Capricorn season, which will be either in December or January coming up if you're watching this when I upload this video. But basically, this issue is going to reach a resolution. So I think for you guys, this is more about a rebirth or a resurgence of a relationship. It's about a reunion, which is going to require probably some forgiveness and a resolution to your problems that you've had with this person in the past. So if that's something that you desire, then just know that this person is desiring that with you. But, you know, usually our exes are our exes for a reason. So if you don't necessarily want to be back with this person, then that's up to you. But I see that this person does want that with you. They just are really unsure that they're even ready. They definitely want you to reach out to them, but I'm going to get a clarifier. Should this person reach out to their specific person? I'm seeing that the guidance I'm getting here is if you want to reach out to this person, it would probably be a good idea to, because I think this person does want to be committed with you. They want to have a victory with you. They want to communicate with you and really solve the issues that you've had in the past and balance things out with the both of you to move forward and have a new beginning together, and a stable one, a committed new beginning. But I do feel like this person at first might need a little warming up to do, so when you do reach out, they might not be as communicative as you would like. So maybe just a small offer, like ask them how they're doing, and then if they are continuing to speak to you and they're giving you the same energy back that you're giving them, maybe you can get a little bit more deep with the conversation and discuss, you know, possibly how you guys feel about each other and if this situation could progress with them. But I feel like I'm getting good signs about communication. So just make sure that you're being completely honest about any obstacles you might be facing right now, and ask them if they're facing any obstacles, if they're anything in the way of you guys' connection, and then find a way for you guys to compromise. That's all I'm getting for you, pile 3. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in a future video. Thanks.